Hi everyone, welcome back to TS Talk Sport. Hope you're all doing good, keeping safe, all of that good stuff. Now, last Premier League game of the season, a season that hasn't been too great to Arsenal, and, I believe the highest we can actually end up finishing off is 8th. And, yeah, it's not good enough for a club of our stature, and even Arteta said that in the press conference, which, was good to hear. It's clear that, he's saying a club like us, we should be up towards the top, and, that's the ambition he has to take this club back towards the top. But, whereas this game is a bit of a nothing game for us, it's kind of all or nothing for Watford. A win relegates Watford, as far as I'm aware, unless Aston Villa receive a worse battering from West Ham, which, truth be told, I can't really see happening. So, for the likes of Troy Deeney, he made his Cajonas comment a few seasons ago. When he made that comment, he did have a point, but, it looks like his comments could be coming back to bite him come tomorrow afternoon, because it means that, him and Watford potentially could be getting relegated. And in that Watford side, they've got some players in there that, if they get relegated, there's men in there that's probably going to be gone. I think of the likes of Ismail Assar, Doucouré, Will Hughes. Personally, I'll take the likes of Doucouré at Arsenal. I think we need a player like that in the midfield. Obviously, they've got the young, talented guy from Brazil, João Pedro. Even man like Danny Welbeck. Not that I'll take Danny Welbeck back at Arsenal, but there's a lot of men in that team that I can't see them hanging on to if they go to the Championship, because of all the financial restraints, and especially with everything that's gone on this year in terms of the whole coronavirus pandemic. But, for this game, we got the FA Cup final the following week. So for me, I would be making changes in this game, giving some players a rest. And, at the same time, the team I'll be putting out, I'll be like, look, you got to kind of prove to yourself that you're good enough to do a job. And, I'm sure the team I'm going to mention, I'm confident that, they can do a particular job in this sort of game. So, getting straight into it, in goal, I'm going to go with Matt Macy. Martinez has come in and done a great job. And I just think, just rest him for this game, have him ready for that cup final game. That's my personal opinion on it. Going into the back four, I'm going to go with Cedric at right back, because he's cup tied, so he can't play the final anyways. Ensures that, Bellerin's fit and ready to go for next week, although we'll probably be reverting back to three at the back in that game. And then with the centre-half partnership, I'll go with Holding and Socrates. I think those two as a two, under Unai Emery at a time, they seemed unstoppable. But I feel there are two that know how to work well together, and I'm confident in them working as a two partnership in this game. And then at left back, I'll go with Kolasinac. Main reason for that is I don't want to see him anywhere near the team in the final. And, this potentially may be Kolasinac's last game at Arsenal, and, I really hope it is. So, farewell to him. Going into the midfield, I'd go with a midfield three. It's kind of evident this is what Arteta wants to. This is ideally what he wants his formation to be. And I think, last game of the season, game that's a bit meaningless to us, experiment, go with the three, but, rest man. So for me, Xhaka and Ceballos, maybe they hit the bench, but they ain't in this team, I'm resting them for the final. And the midfield three I'll go with Torreira. I'll go with Joe Willock in there, and I'd also give Ainsley Maitland-Niles a run in midfield. He's always said he wants to play midfield. Well, you know what? Here's your chance as a midfield three. All of those guys got legs and energy, and I think Willock's the one out of the three that could probably split the lines and get balls forward to the attack. And then in them attacking positions in the front three, I'll go with Nelson off the right hand side. Had a decent performance against Liverpool. I'd go with Saka off the left-hand side. He's been doing a job at left wing back, but I'd like to see him playing further up the pitch at left wing. I know he played right wing a few games ago, but I want to see him playing at left wing. And then Eddie Nketiah through the middle. Now, obviously, Eddie seemed to be a bit off the boil against Villa. I seem to not be as much high pressing, maybe because he's a bit scared of getting carded or sent off and stuff. But, I think I'd rather start with Eddie for this game, have the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette rested. If need be, can bring them off the bench. But, I think this is a game for Eddie to start because, I don't see him starting the cup final. I don't think anyone does. So, even with that team, I feel like that team's good enough, to go out there and get a job done. Even if they want to revert the formation to what we've been playing with the three at the back, it still works. You could have Socrates, Holden, Kolasinac as the back three, Cedric at right wing back, Ainsley Maitland-Niles as left wing back, Torreira and Willock as the two in midfield, and then the front three of Nelson, Nketiah and Saka. So, either way you want to make it work, you make it work. And, I'd actually like to see a couple of the young players that's been in and around the side, get a chance, even if that's from the bench. So the likes of like Matt Smith, he's been in a few match day squads now. I think he deserves to get some minutes off the bench. And also the likes of Troy Coyle, I know he featured in a couple of the, in a sense, mid pre-season games before the restart. But it'd be good for him to get some minutes. I feel like if there's going to be a time to get some minutes, it would be now. So that's my personal opinion. I do think we're going to win this game. I actually think we're going to win it 3-1, and it's going to be by Watford. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm here to preview Arsenal games. I can't just say, oh yeah, or I don't really mind Watford, so let's not win. No, we need to go out there, win. For some men, it could be the opportunity to kind of try and stake a claim to get into the team for the final. Out of that team now, I think the only two players that's probably going to be in that final lineup is potentially Holding and Saka. That's the reality of it. I think everyone else, some of them will be bench players. Some of them won't feature at all. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Obviously, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, go hit that subscribe button now. And I'll catch you next time.